gosh! Oh my god!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
No, he's...
Alright, so quick shout out to today's sponsor, TopUpLive. They're my first sponsor, so thank you very much. Now, if you play Arena Breakout, which you do because you're watching my channel, mate, then you should know the prices in the in-game store. For example, the composite case, that's like literally £9 a month. If you want to get cheaper, I don't know how they do this, but on TopUpLive, it's only £4.36. That's a whopping 35% discount. Same thing with bonds. Normally 630 bonds cost you a tenner in game, but on TopUpLive it's only £6.05, and you get an extra 45 bonds for free. That's enough for you to save up for a house. The link is attached below, and make sure to use my code CHOUDS. Welcome to another Chaz video. I know it's been a long time since I uploaded a proper edited long video on this channel, and that's because I have been doing stuff on my other channel, if you hadn't known. So I decided for this video, it is a continuation of the series of duo with other nationals. So I've done blooming Nigeria and USA. Done USA a couple of times because I don't know, that's where a lot of people partner up with who's using mics. I see these thermals. I was thinking, do I narrate over or do I just do gameplay only with commentary? But I decided let's do a little twister and just say a little story, because I'm coming up to 10k subs and I did say I was going to do a face reveal, so I'll tell you a little about myself before I do hit that 10k. If you guys hadn't known already, some of you guys will already know, but I've said it in my live streams. I have an identical twin brother. Though when the video does get spicy, by the way, I won't just ramble on my story. I'll also, like, you know, say a little bit of stuff. Like already, if you've been paying attention to the video, I've killed a thermal, and I'm pushing up because, well, I don't want his teammate to case it, but there's nothing really I can do because I have an AX50. I was trying to get teammate to like act as a distraction so then I can sneak up. Maybe it worked, but I've never expected what's gonna happen next. Like, look, just watch. Comes up like that, and wow, another thermal on top. And when I check his bag, oh, juicy, juicy, 2 easy thermals, and they're both snipers. Anyway, back to my story. So I have an identical twin brother. Yeah, that means we both look alike. Well, not anymore as much now, but you know, a few years ago, from the age of 0 to let's say 18, we used to look pretty much the same. So we went to the same school, you know, high school, and this guy, sorry to interrupt my story, this guy's got a red. We knew, like, this is the same game still. I still got the gear from thermals, but I could have extracted if I wanted to, but I was greedy. I was thinking, hey, let's just wait for these guys to come. Teammate killed him, so he has a red, so that's good for him. I don't want him to come out with 0 loot. That's the main reason why I didn't extract. I don't want my teammate, because this series is about playing with duo from a different country. Yeah, he gets shot. 2 shots! It was an AX, I think it was AR-30. He got shot twice.
I just tanked 2 AX-50 shots.
Anyway, back to the story. I know it's taking like blooming what? It's 4 minutes into the video and I'm still not started of its story. Anyway, so I was saying was me and my twin, we go to the same school, and we're in year 10, right? And our mates at school were like, yo, Childs, you need to switch lessons and see if the teacher will know, because we were identical, right? So they wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. So I decided, you know what, I'll let my brother go to my Spanish lesson and I'll go to his IT lesson. And for some reason he agreed, which is weird because IT, you go on the computers, you can play games, and Spanish is boring, the teacher's boring, blah blah blah. But he agreed. So I went to his computing lesson. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I just got clotted by a thermal. Mate, I had probably 3 mil in loot, and I was just greedy. I wanted to go for the third thermal set. I didn't want his teammate to case it, which he did. I accidentally stunned my teammate. That's unfortunate. And yeah, I wish my teammate was a bit more reliable, but I can't really say much. I'm still happy with the loot I got. 1.8 mils, nothing too much to be sad about. But yeah, I got those 3 kills.
T7.
So we did end up doing the switcheroony, and the teachers never found out. We did this another time with 2 other subjects.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Poor guy. My American friend, he's not having any time to rest. Like, he peeks windows, he gets Clyde, and you'll see this is a repetition from the video. Anyways,
It's Bizcochito. Bizcochito.
that was very key information. I appreciate that information. So while I have a confrontation with these lot, I'll tell you the last bit of the story. So when we did switch class lessons and we successfully managed to do so without getting caught, 8 months later, one of the teachers was like, it was a science teacher, right? And her name was something like Miss Paddington or something. No one liked her, yeah. She was like some snobby teacher. But teacher was like jokingly to my brother's mates in lesson, like, yo, you guys should switch lessons one day. It'll be very funny. And then his friends were joking like, yeah, they did that once. Yeah, a few months ago they did that. And then teacher was like, ah. So at the time they thought nothing of it. But then apparently that science teacher went over to the blooming head of year and snitched, saying, oh, Childs and Childs X2, they both switched lessons. And then they did an investigation, and they somehow found out or something. And this was 8 months after the event happened. So then later on, me and my brother get called to the office, and we were like, got told off. They told us to write an apology letter. That's so crazy, bro. Apology letter 8 months later as a joke. And we had to apologize to the teacher, saying, oh, we switched lessons in your class, and we won't ever do it again, blah blah blah. And like, bro, who gives one, mate? Like, bro, this happened 8 months ago, and bro, I bet they were having a laugh. But that teacher, man, not it, bro. That was not nice at all. But yeah, that's a little story of me and my brother, identical twins, switching classes and getting caught 8 months later, getting snitched on by our friends.
That's thermal. He has it on.
Ooh, I got a nice juicy kill there. And did you notice, guys, by the way, if you was paying attention, I threw a DK to the left, and that decoy got him out to the bone. 100 IQ, no, 100 plus IQ, sorry, 100 IQ is just average. I throw nades and stuns to prevent them, and I think that stun did this. Look, my guy was confuzzled, and my teammate's reaction was the best out of all this. It's like he let one out or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, alright, relax, bro, relax. But yeah, I understand the excitement. It made this clip 10 million times better, so I appreciate the reactions. Yeah, and then I explain here. I think the mic's too low, but I explain to him that maybe the stun got him confuzzled while he was casing his old thermal. Then I check if the luck was in this game, and yeah, it was absolute garbage. But nice thermal kill. Maybe makes up for the last game when I couldn't case all the thermal. But another 1.8 millaroonie. Now the games do not get as stacked as before, but it is still interesting. So let's go to story number 2. There's a few stories I have. I'll go with a summer theme of me and my twin brother, right? So let's do the one of this expedition that we do at school. So people around the age of I think 15, they do, like, you can do this award where That you know what I
No, he's
expected that to happen.
standing.
That's why I was
What
staring
do
at him.
see though?
He was sitting, not sitting,
He's just
standing
hiding
near
down
the
in
window,
corner.
thinking he was what untouchable.
AXBAX.
That took me out. I mean, I expected that, but at the same time, I was shocked. And then now these two gears are pushing. I missed those shots, but yeah, I'm just too busy used to sniping nowadays. So, what was I saying? So the story that I'm gonna say, the second story,
Top 10
is
cell.
about me and my brother
He's
on
healing
this
right now.
expedition. You have to camp, let's say 3 days, 2 nights, if I remember correctly. And in this expedition, you just basically get put in the countryside, and you have to make your own way, walking like let's say 10 plus kilometers a day, right? And even the prince gives you a certification, saying that you've won
He's holding
like
that coin.
bronze, silver, gold. Anyways, so we are in this group, and it's full of boys, and
He's nading up. You're good.
like we're completely lost. We're like getting lost every day. The teacher had to
Straight there.
drive to pick us up because we were arriving so late at the camp.
AR-30?
It was just
No.
crazy. But the story that I want to tell you guys
Pump shoot.
was because this was like an expedition, right? You're not supposed to cheat, right? So you're supposed to carry your own food in your bag, everything. You know, survival of the fittest. Not like this geezer who showing my backside, dishonoring his legacy. But reason why I was trying to teabag him was because I wanted his teammate, bait him out. Psychological warfare. Anyways, so you're not supposed to carry food in this camping, right? And where we stayed, there was like a shop, right? Like a countryside shop selling tuna sandwiches and that. And I tried to do a sky nade on that. If he hadn't moved, that nade would have hit. Oh! I just surprised myself
That's
with that.
why the ADS is so.
Yeah, the
good.
LRAR21,
that.
whatever. The ergonomics is crazy.
Like,
You
if
can
that was
you can
like
do
an
that.
MK, you would not have done that.
So we went to this shop against the rules in the morning before we set off, because my guys were
Bro, he
hungry in the
shot
group.
me
They were like, "Yo, I
through
want
the
a tuna sandwich. I want
tiniest
this drink."
peek angle ever.
And the teacher somehow, sixth sense, right, pulls up and catches her. Right, she tells us off, and and imagine this: we already paid for the food at the shop. Mate, it was £7 for a tuna sandwich, mate. £7 for a little tuna sandwich. Of course, it was extortion, but it was, convenience, because you wouldn't find another shop selling a tuna sandwich and that. So I was hiding behind the door, right? The teacher didn't see me. Everyone else gets caught. There's like 5 other people in our group, including my brother. They get hurdled out by the teacher, get told off, and they pretend to. I mean, they do walk away, right? And I'm in the shop. I don't know if the shopkeepers clocked it or not, but I'm hiding behind the door next to this, like the eating area, and then I just take the order. I'm not the order, the food. I put it in the bag, and then I look outside, see if the teacher's in there. Nope, teacher's not there, and I run for it, in case the teacher, comes back and catches me too. And yeah, that's the story of me saving the day, mate. I saved the day because they paid for the food. I got the food for them without getting caught. And yeah, bish bash bosh. And on the same day, we actually was the first team, because there's like multiple teams that do the expedition, and we were the first team to come back. So yeah, that's the second story. But I don't know if I should say more, or if you like this type of style. The rest of the video gets very juicy, especially in terms of comms. I don't know if you want to hear that or more stories. So I'll leave it as 2 stories. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. If you like this rambling, if you want me to be more concise, or if you want like a hybrid like this. I'm just, testing out, sorting out new stuff. And yeah, enjoy. Alright, so I'll commentate on the video now. Yeah, you heard that footstep, right? I did too when I was playing. I heard the footstep while I was running. A slight little footstep like that. I think he was turning or something. In this game, when you turn your body, like turning the screen, you turn your body, and that makes a footstep. My guy gets clotted, unfortunately, but I'm here to save the day. And you know, have you seen the repetition? He keeps dying near stables, and I need to clutch up. But luckily, this was duo mode, so it wasn't like a 1v4, it was 1v2. Nade comes, and I'm, you know, not panicking. I'm calculating the trajectory where it's coming from and thinking predicting where it'll land, and I just use the cover to cover myself from that explosion. And I was very lucky I didn't bug out and get caught up there. I jumped down, basically swapping with the enemy's position, so now I'm down, he is up. Preferable because I can get teammates gun. Now here is when it gets spicy, right? I don't know what the enemy's doing, watch. He goes for a can of soup, and then the second geezer, oh my lord.
Let's go! Let's go!
And that reaction was,
Let's go!
whoa, whoa, let's go, let's go. Like, I was shocked. Like, his reactions is always good, so it's very nice. Then the third party try comes, but he's too late to third party, so he's become the first party or the second party, if that makes sense. And yeah, I patiently wait him out, trying to get him, because this is the last geezer, and we've played a few games now, a few clips already, so I'm thinking, is he gonna be a thermal geezer? And then I take my AX, because I'm thinking, you know, if he's tier 6, I don't want to use A1s from in this H4. So I take my AX, patiently waiting, you know, not pushing aggressively, because I've got some loot already, and I don't want to die to the last geezer. That's the worst, you know. Doing all the hard work and then dying to the last person is the worst feeling. He throws a smoke, so I think he's thermal, right? I pull out a nade, and then I see he's not thermal, broski. He's trying to pretend to be thermal. That is an awkward timing. I tried to like jiggle peek it, but he's already running. Now I'm thinking, bro, this guy's holding, alright? So I just pre-fire. Watch this. Watch this. The way this.
No way!
Yeah, no way. I don't believe it too, broski. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video and if you've enjoyed my company, my American teammate, yeah, then drop a like, share the video, and yeah, take care, enjoy. Make sure to use my code. The link is below. Once again, thank you, TopUpLive.